Jai Shri Krishna. Hi, hello everyone. Let's start a discussion on very important topics. That is an AI in the financial crime. Let's discuss on the future of the anti-money laundering and the terrorist financing. So how it will look like. So we will discuss these things in these videos. So let's move on the final discussion, guys. Before I just request you, if you like my efforts and my teaching styles and my video content, so please do like and subscribe my channel, so that's motivate me to create and more such videos for you. So let's start discussion. So on the first slide we can see that the evolving threat of financial crime. So in this slide, we will discuss the challenges in the financial crime and what is an the financial crime and the problem in the current financial system. So let's first discuss and what is an the financial crime or the counter terrorist financing. So there the AML is also called as the anti-money laundering, and it is a set of process, law, rules, or the regulations, or to define the activities that designed to prevent a criminal from distinguish illegally obtained funds as a legitimated income. So there are the criminals in the market, and they show in the market has they earn the money with illegal activity, and they show or they want to transact or the create such amounts and the legal, they show us as the legal income. So we need to trade them and we need to identify such activities. So that's the concept we called as an anti-money laundering. And the problem in that system is the financial crime is growing in volume, speed, and the sophistication. So there is the volumes and the speed of the financial crime will increase, day by day. So we need to identify such criminals and we need to identify such activities, criminal activities. So these are the problem in the area. So there are the current systems like transaction monitoring system, name screening system, or the payment system in the current market, but they have some limitations, and that are the traditional way, the behavior of customer or the pattern of customer, or the we need to do the network analysis, link analysis. So that things are, customer will change, and that not in the traditional system. So traditional system have the methodology like rule based approach, manual and reactive, and the data silons. So in a rule based approach, they prone to generate an high number of fails positive alert on the basis of rules and the flagging legitimation transaction and the fails native and missing the real criminal activities that work. The criminal may do the transaction whatever the rules we fit into the system to below that rule. So these are, there are the manipulations and to do the criminal activities. So criminal have the way, the manual reactive heavily reliant in the human analysis and making the process slow and expensive and unable to keep with the sheer volume of the transaction. We know that the transactions volume are increased day by day, and the humans interaction of such will increase. So there is, the and there is a chances to generate more the fails positive rates as compared to the true positive rates, and to analyze these kind of the the transactions or the other human interaction will require, and then discuss on the data silon. So there is, in current system there is no the single place where we can collect data or pool that data to the transaction monitoring system. So there is a core banking system or card integration system or the transaction system. There are different databases. So these are the inability to connect across the different system and institution to pool data in the picture or that feed data. So these are the limitations in the current transaction monitoring system. So that's why the banks or the financial institutions are implementing the AI financial crime in the anti-money laundering, the techniques they are advancing. So let's first discuss on the introduction to the solution, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning, and why these are the solution is most important in the financial crime and the money laundering. So let's discuss on the a new approach to an old problem. So there are the problems. So how the AI will helps the financial crime sector. So let's discuss on the artificial intelligence and machine learning can analyze vast volume of data in real time. So in the current system there is a batch processing, so we will move on the real time and identify the complex and non-obvious pattern that traditional system miss, or that traditional system are not unable to detect. And also it will define its own rule AIML on the basis of data, and on that basis they will generate the alerts, and they also do the comments why that particular alert they will generate it. So that is the capability of AI and ML system. How so the key capabilities of AI system, how that is pattern recognition, predictive analysis, and the automation. So in pattern recognition, AI models can be trained on the past criminal behavior and recognize the new and evolving tactics. So we will feed the data or the real-time data with trace testing, scenario analysis, or the back testing, where we feed the back or the historical data, or to the some data we will manually create it and to check the behavior of the system. It's and then the basis we can analyze that. So we do the pattern recognition analysis, then predictive analytics technique, so where the AI model can normal customer behavior flag with a significant deviation and predicting the criminal behavior is occur. So where the reward and penalty methods we will use, deep learning, reinforcement learning technique we use. So where the model can on the basis of reward and penalty techniques that will analyze itself and to do the predictive analysis in such cases, and the automation. So automative reporting and the low value tasks, free humans analytics, and focus on the high risk cases. So itself the system will analyze or automatically do the categorize of the customers with the high risk customer, low risk customer, medium risk customer, on the basis of customer behavior, on the basis of customer behavior, on the basis of the transaction nature, and on the basis of system will generate, or the system AIML technique system will generate the rules its own basis. So let's move on the next slide, that is the key use cases in the anti-money laundering. So let's discuss on from the onboarding to reporting. So how the it happened from onboarding process to data, the engagement process, alert generation, alert investigation, and dashboard and reporting. So how that will happen. So let's AI method beyond the simple and rule to analyze the transaction velocity, value, and the network relationship to uncover the smoothing and the structured transaction. So that will you know do the transaction monitoring system capability. It can analyze the customer behavior or the customer pattern to do or analyze such transactions, and then the know your customer and the customer due diligence, or enhance the due diligence. So it will on the basis of the customer nature or the customer behavior, they will do the suggest the no customer analysis things. And if the PIP customer, then there is a different method, system itself suggests the method, and automate the onboarding and identifying the verification using the computer vision, like neural network processing or the neural network languages. So that's we take, and to do the customer analysis or to do the customer on their the risk profile, medium risk, high risk, or the low risk customer. And then the continuous monitoring of customer behavior with the risk profiling and their transaction natures, and the volume of the transaction of that customer within a month, within a quarter, or within a half year, or within a year. So that's capability we will implement in the system by using the AIML techniques. And then the sanction screening, so we will do the sanctions for some country, some entity, some individuals, so that the power AI power should have capabilities, tools. The AI power tools can handle the frequent update and sanction list and reduce the fails positive to actually matching the names across the languages, and also the variation in their language, or to do the fuzzy matchings or the fuzzy analysis. So that's capability will have to the in the sanction screening and the suspicious activity and the reporting. It is an also the most important. There are the current many system that the compliance team or the business team or the operation team or the reporting team to the the central bank or the financial intelligence unit will create the manual suspicious activity report. So we will do the AI capabilities, or AI can draw their suspicious activity by catching the customer details, or the analysis detail, and generative assist and drafting the clear, more sophisticated suspicious activity, or providing the accuracy and saving the times of the compliance team or the operation team. So with using the AI techniques, we can automatically generate the suspicious activity report. So these are the use cases we can solve, or do the manual process for the AI in the anti-money laundering. So let's move on the next things, that is the benefits of AI and ML techniques. So after implementing the AI and ML techniques, what are the benefits we will get from that? So first one is a competitive and the complete edge. So it's improve the accuracy, enhance the efficiency and the cost saving, obviously, and time capability, and the scalability of the system will increase. System will generate the true positive rates as compared to the false positive rates. So there is a reduce in the false positive rates. So improve the accuracy, reduce the false positive by up to the 70%, and allowing analysts to focus on the genuine threats and to get the analytical data or the data required itself system will provide. And this can also increase and the detection rate of the financial crime, that the data or the 360 degree of customer data will available. So real time data of available of that customers. Okay, and the system have capability of, if the customer risk profile is changes in the core banking system, so it should be changes in the transaction monitoring system, and it will enhance the efficiency and the cost saving. So automate the manual process, leading to significant reductions in operation cost and the personal hours. So that will increase the human interaction efficiency and the cost saving. So then real time capabilities, it enable the continuous monitoring and swift action in the world of instant digital payments. So there is, the digital payment will happen the real time. So currently the batch processing will happen, and the on the basis of batch system will generate the alerts, but the system will generate the alerts in the real time. And at that time, if system found that it is an the suspicious activity, or it is an the criminal activity, to make a debit freeze on that transaction or stop such transaction. So that capabilities the system should have if we implement the AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques. And the scalability, allow the financial institutions to handle the massive data or the huge data, and it increase the data volume without the potential increase in the human resources. So continuously online transaction will increase, or the non-cash transaction will increase. So that's the scalability will need to increase of the monitoring of the data or monitoring of transactions. But we implement the AIML technique, so that's the scalability will be increased. So then discuss on the challenges and the roadblocks to adoption of that AIML technique. So what the challenges the financial institutions or the bank now facing to use that AIML technique? So first one is the data quality and availability, black box and the problems with explainability, regulatory uncertainty, and the implementation cost and the talent gap, and has its double-edged sword. So let's discuss these challenges in the step by step. First one is the data quality and availability. Obviously, the AI models are the data monster. They require more and more data, and they are only put to do the predictive analysis, and they need a good quality of data so they can train itself and then test itself with other data. So the AI model are good, only good as good they are trained on the data, and incomplete or poor quality data can lead bias and the inaccurate result from the model. So we need a data that will help to train the models, or that test the models. So there is an unavailability of data, or the data quality is an most important part for to predict or to create such AIML models. And the back box and the problem explainability, the complex of some AI models makes it difficult to explain why a certain decision was made and why they are made, which is the major issue for regulatory who require the clear audit. Yeah, it's an important. generate the alerts, or we create the case, or we create the suspicious activity report. So we have the, we need to explain why we are say that, why we are generated alerts on that particular transaction. So the AI models has not capability, or it is not that much capable to do the explainability why these are generated the alerts. They just use the AIML techniques, and on the basis of how we train the models. So on that basis they generate the alerts. But the technical guy or the analyst guy should not think how the model will generate alerts, and that model has not capability to explain why for the particular transaction they generate the alert. So that is, the challenges in the current system. And the regulatory uncertainty. Yes, obviously, regulator for AI in finance are still involving and creating and the ambiguous and the risks for institution. So regulator may certainly changes their the framework, and they are not savvy to the AI techniques. So that's the time consuming things, and regulator will take time. So regulator are not capable of using the AML techniques. So these are the regulatory uncertainty will very challenges for the adopting the AI. Then one, the implementation cost and the talent gap. So guys, to implement AI or deploying the AI requires significant investment in new technology. They just change their the 360-degree things, and they adopt the new technologies to hire the new employees, to hire the skillable employee they are work on the AML techniques, and to buy the new technology. So they need huge investment on such project, and they need to use invest on the technology. So these are one of the challenges to implementation cost and the adopting these technologies with the current system, and the data flow, data integration, and the hiring the talented people. So these are the one of the things. And AI is a double-edged sword. So criminal can also use AI to create more sophisticated money laundering schemes and making it an ongoing arm race. So these are the one of the challenges for the AI things. So criminal can also use the AI to create a sophisticated money laundering schemes and to feed the data, and accordingly they do the criminal activity. So we make sure that the data was not stolen, and it is not be feed by the criminal models. So let's move on the next slide. That is the features of AML key traits. So what are the key traits, and what are the, if we implement the AI, so what are the, the features will look like, the future will look like. So beyond the automation, so explainable AI. The future will focus on compliance first, and AI that provide the transparent, traceable, and reasonable for the decision why they make the that decision and explain that decision. So that capability will have the futures, and that is the trend in the financial crime sector. And then the public-private partnership. So increase the data and intelligence sharing between the financial institution and regulator and law enforcement to combat crime and wider scale. So that's the public and partnership will increase the data volume, data interoperability. So we need to make sure the software is that level, and that is the future trade. And the holistic and risk management, a move trade to we will move toward the integrated platform that combine the fraud detection, anti-money laundering, cyber security to get the single and comprehensive view of risks. So the banks or the financial institution want to creating, or they are investing huge amount to the creating the software that have the capability, that single software have the capability to do the fraud detection, anti-money laundering, CFT, and also the cyber security. So they will holistic view with using the AIML techniques, or at least they are looking for the data sources of such analysis will the single or the centralized data sources, and the human in loop. So AI will augment and not replace the human expertise, and the future is about the collaborative human plus AI. There is the AI plus human approach where AI powered powerful insights and human make the final informed decision. So final decision will take by the human. So that's the future will look like. So let's conclude on this video. So the summary and the key takeaway from this video. So traditional AML system are no longer sufficient to combat the financial crimes, and that are the rule based methodology, and the customer behavior might changes, and the customer will identify the rules, and then he will do the criminal activities. So he will make sure that the bank or the bank transaction monitoring system or non-monitoring system will not able to identify such criminal activities, and AI obtain the powerful solution, improving the efficiency of system and inefficiency and detect the capabilities, and it will be do the predict traditional or the predictive analysis techniques. And key application include the transaction monitoring, KYC, and the sanction screening. These capabilities will have the AI, and the adoption is not without challenges. The particular concern data quality and the explainability. The future of AML lies in this transparent, collaborative, and human augmented approach to leverage the AI techniques. So that's the conclusion from this video. So guys, if you like my efforts and my teaching style, please do like and subscribe my channel. So that's motivate me to create more such videos for you. Once again, thank you so much guys for attending this video.